The US says it will no longer put up with Russian claims that Moscow hasn't developed a new intermediate-range missile system banned under the terms of a 1987 nuclear pact between the nations.
The United States today declares it has found Russia in material breach of the treaty and will suspend our obligations as a remedy effective in 60 days unless Russia returns to full and verifiable compliance.
It's a move set to intensify tensions between Russia and the United States. NATO alliance members agree that Russia frequently violates the 30-year-old Cold War pact between Washington and Moscow to completely remove intermediate-range nuclear missiles from their arsenals. They say it's now down to Russia to save the deal by proving it's not in breach. NATO ministers also discussed the confrontations in the Azov Sea more than a week ago. Russia is still holding 24 Ukrainian soldiers captive after a military clash between navies. Ukrainian and Georgian ministers were welcomed to NATO HQ during this meeting as a show of support for the former Soviet states, a move which won't be appreciated in Moscow. NATO ships have spent 120 days patrolling the Black Sea this year, but Ukraine is asking for more, what it's calling a comprehensive answer to Russian aggression. And there are some here in Europe calling for action.
Either NATO or individual member states could give Ukraine more equipment to be able to defend itself. I mean, high-level equipment, for example, anti-ship missiles could be put on the land. This would send a strong signal to the Russians.
Russia accuses Ukraine of provocation for the clashes in the Azov Sea, saying the shots it fired at Ukrainian ships were a retaliation. All eyes are now on Russia's reaction to the US threat to pull out of the INF Treaty, which many fear could be the beginning of a global arms race. Parrock, CGTN, Brussels.